welcome to Young Turks Ideas Without Boundaries. I'm Shireen Bhan. It's controlled, it's regulated, it sees a huge demand-supply mismatch. Yes, we are talking about education in India, but it is also a sector that's seeing a lot of entrepreneurial activity and a lot of interest from private equity players as well as venture capitalists. Online models, offline models, online tutoring, software innovations, we've got it all for you on this show. Here's a quick glimpse at why education is a hot entrepreneurial opportunity at this point.
The government allocated 11.8 lakh crore rupees to the education sector in Budget 2010. But even today, close to a third of the children below the age of 15 have no access to education. Despite the government's efforts, 35% of the country's population is still illiterate. Not just enrollments, education in India also suffers from a quality deficit. Entrepreneurs are now trying to bridge the demand-supply gap.
Most students don't want to study. Okay? They have to study, that's different. So they go to school and they have to study, they do the homework, they have to study, they have to clear an entrance exam to get admission, they have to study. So the real challenge is how do you make education interesting and engaging that people want to study, or people study without realizing they are studying. And I think the technology and the internet and the mobile and all these devices, the iPad and other handheld devices, they have the ability with 3G coming in to perhaps make an impact in that area, that people may begin to want to study.
With VCs betting big on technology and innovation, the education sector has caught the fancy of techpreneurs. From low-cost hardware to innovations to facilitating distance learning over the internet, India today is a source as well as a destination of low-cost and sustainable innovations in education. The One Laptop Per Child project is one such effort. For less than $1 a week, the mission aspires to reach out to 250 million children in India.
We created this laptop as something, even if a child was in a jungle, where there's nothing of the modern civilization possible, even their child could learn with this laptop. It works on 1 watt power, is shockproof, is waterproof, is dustproof, its screen is readable in the sun. It has all the basics of a child intuitively learning from it. It is full of 230 applications. There's 100 digital books you can download on this. It is just designed for a child to learn with most cost effectively. So the basic idea is this, that children who are underprivileged don't have more than $1 a week to spend. And can we give them the world-class education so they belong to the modern world as such?
The sector is also seeing entrepreneurs who are designing and developing alternate and collaborative models along with the government to reach out to the masses. Working on delivery models that range from for-profit to socially relevant. The private education opportunity in India is pegged at 15,000 crore rupees. The India School Fund, that is reaching out to masses in North India with curriculum developed by Padmanabha and Rama Rao's Rishi Valley project, is an initiative of enterprising effort.
We tested the model. Now in the last 3 years, we have also opened up a satellite school. That is our way of expansion. We go by hub and spoke model. We invest a lot of money in our resource center. We don't invest as much in our nodal centers. We say that the community, you need to come forward, donate the building and infrastructure to us, and we will just give you the expertise and the teachers and the content. So that again is a low-cost model for us, which helps us to scale and expand faster.
On this week's show, we bring you 3 young entrepreneurs whose businesses could change the future of education in India.
In an increasingly integrated global economy, English is the ticket to success. Our first entrepreneur realizes this, and so he set up Speak Today, which is basically an online platform that encourages people to learn English. He has 3,600 registered aspirants currently, about 30 franchises, has done a turnover of 6 crore rupees. Here's the story of Speak Today and Sanjay Aryan.
He's helping people bridge the English divide. Armed with a degree in multimedia from Cambridge International in Australia, Sanjay Aryan started Libra Interactive Learning in 2007 with just 9 lakh rupees. Offering online content development services to clients globally, Sanjay saw a bigger potential in the emerging education market in India. So he decided to capitalize on this potential through his tech innovations Speak Today. A first-of-its-kind animated interactive English learning program, this virtual teacher imparts training with the help of regional languages. With over 3,600 online users, the venture has grossed a turnover of 6 crore rupees last year. So how did Sanjay chance upon English speaking as his big idea?
The whole idea came into the picture when I could see that, like in a classroom, when they are interacting with the students, and the students is finding it very difficult in order to practice spoken English, and if they are correctly speaking or they are not speaking it correctly. So teacher cannot devote 1 hour with each student, and that is where we wanted to bring the change. Now, in order to help a person neutralize their accent, teacher cannot really be there all the time with one student. There is always a class of 15 to 20 students, and that is where we realized, okay, let us give them a kind of platform, if possible, where they can interact with a virtual character, and that virtual character understands their voice, and they respond according to that.
Targeting students in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, the venture offers online as well as offline tutorials to 30 franchisee centers in Bangalore. This simple-to-use software provides students listening and speaking modules that help them get a better grasp of the nuances of the language. A Virometer, or voice instruction recognition optimizer, gives instant feedback to the user about accuracy of pronunciation. Priced between 995 to 2,250 rupees, Sanjay believes it is their attractive revenue streams that have kept them going.
Percentage-wise, I would say 75% revenues or above that, around 80% is coming from international projects, and now 20% this year. We are really we are sure about that, which will grow further in coming time. So we are getting from our Speak Today product lines, and the pricing, if we talk about the product in the market, like we wanted to see that, you know, maximum people benefit out of this particular product, and most of the people who require this kind of practical exercises, where a lack of trained professionals are there, that is in Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, and that's why we wanted to keep the pricing as low as possible. So we are introducing this product with the basic price range of 2,250 after a 50% discount, where anybody can use the Speak Today product for 90 hours, which will be valid for 1 year kind of usage.
With a team of 75 employees, Sanjay is now planning to launch newer versions of the software in languages ranging from Punjabi and Marathi to Chinese, Malay, Sinhalese and others. With a vision to train over 1 lakh aspirants by the end of the year, the venture is tied up with Cyber Cafe Association of India to reach out to over 180 cities by next year.
The most important factor in our spoken English training through Speak Today is in communication skill practice. They can choose any of the characters they would like to practice to. That includes interviewers, that include like a doctor, like a teacher. They can talk to them in a virtual environment. They can talk with their own voice, and those modules build their confidence. Okay, yes, we can talk. And the most important thing, without talking, you cannot complete that module. So we are tracking the learner performance. So if a learner says, okay, without speaking, I want to learn spoken English, that is not possible. So they have to speak in order to complete the Speak Today courseware. And that is where we are winning.
With business being on track, Sanjay now has time for play, and he makes the most of it reading to his 7-year-old daughter Harshita. Growing at over 60% year-on-year, Sanjay is hoping to touch revenues of 10 crore rupees next year and is also eyeing an IPO by 2012.
We are opening up 3,000 centers in the next 5 years, and we are very sure that we would be able to meet that kind of challenge. We are empowering majority of the computer training centers, because without any extra investment they will be able to add this kind of courses in their curriculum, because existing students who are going to be there, they all would like to be part of that kind of spoken English or communicative English learning kind of exercise. And we definitely have a different line of products which are coming up. We want to empower
teacher community, because I personally believe like teacher community the most qualified but most underpaid kind of professionals. And if we ask any student which is coming out of the college and we say would like to become a teacher, so they feel like, okay, no, I don't want to become a teacher, boss. Give me a kind of a job in an IT company or something. So we need to really empower the kind of earning potential for the teacher community. We are coming out with a few product lines for them.
Well, Sanjay, here's wishing you and Speak Today the very best of luck. Time for a break, but when we return, online tutoring, transferred style. Come back to us. You're watching the Education Special on Young Turks, Ideas Without Boundaries.